Hello everyone and welcome back to Greater Persia for the first time ever live on Twitch with, well, the grand audience of about one person, if I'm to trust my dashboard over here. So in any case, hello and good evening to you, dear sir or ma'am. It might just be that that's counting myself. In that case, good evening to myself, I guess. And without any further ado, there's really not much to talk about. Those of you who have been following on YouTube will most likely be knowing what this campaign's about. So, yeah, we'll just hop right into it. We are still fighting what's left of the British and the French on the Western Front. And also just caught my eye that quite sneakily Australia set up a beachhead down here. So we'll definitely want to do something about that. So why don't we take... what about... Now let's take 8 brigades and Hassan Shirazi and have them make their way down there. I doubt that there'd be too much going on, but well... We'll want to take these lands back however we do it. Alright, so yeah, let's just keep going. So we did end on the note that we still want to give these territories over here back to France, to nationalist France, wherever we can. So we shall pursue that goal first and foremost, and then we'll make our own way into Egypt. And another news over here. Now what's the matter with this? There seems to be a lot of general movement. But I'd rather see this done and dusted relatively quickly so that we don't have to jiggle around so much. Alright, so you are on your way. Seems to be pretty slow, so we should probably work this with strategic redeployment. And keep on going. Yeah, so down here, let's just keep on mopping up in Palestine here. Pincer them to the best of our abilities, and then keep on cycling around. In fact, we can just cut them off entirely from supply here. Oh no, there is a port in Tel Aviv, but I wouldn't stand a chance anyway. Right over here. Let's keep the pressure rolling. And that's about all that we need to do here. Now up in the north, also some pressure, probably not the worst idea. Two to 1 odds here, 2 to 1 odds here. Now there's a river here, I'd rather not cross that. Alright, so there is actually Australians here. We can't quite determine where. But we'll see about that. Now, oh, apparently I didn't strategically redeploy all of them. Oh, what does it matter? Let's just go over there and kick some backsides. Right down here. Cut these guys off. Now this is something I don't quite understand about the AISs. The logical thing to do would just be to, well, I don't know, make their way out here, break this encirclement, but apparently they're all too happy to just sit there and be smacked whenever I desire to do so. Now we are getting there in terms of naval shipyards, but I think I'll want to hold off on producing quote-unquote proper ships just for a little while. Right, so okay, there's a river here, but we can work with that. Another news, let's just keep this rolling. Same story here. Now these bells don't seem to be working quite the way I'd want them to. Can we maybe get air support over here? Because, well, it doesn't seem like we needed that much over in Saudi Arabia. We have an airbase over here. So why don't we take whatever planes we have over here, which is to say all of them, move them over here, and then we'll work from there and deploy them in the Himalayas, which is exactly the region where we want to deploy them, and we want to use them, because down here that's really not much of a challenge. Right, we're also almost up to the Australians. Oh, now they're starting to move. That I can't have. Right, and now over here, let's just wait for all of them to arrive. At 5 o'clock they will. Or maybe at 7 o'clock, that's fine too. Alright, now all of you, I want you to be in the Himalaya. Now that's a funky air zone, so it's just a bit over here, a bit down there, and a bit down here. Oh well, I'm fine with that. Now we'll have to regain some of our organization here, but another pincer move can very easily be devised, I think. And then we'll keep going from there. Now this battle shouldn't be a problem at all. We vastly outnumber them. We have them encircled, so no problem at all. And once we have these two provinces, I think I'll start by setting up another front line right there. And then what? Oh, that's the Italians. So it looks like we're about to have a bit of a time problem down here. Yeah, so let's not hesitate too long. Alright, so that's the 14 divisions we have. No, not you. You. And then once you're done, you'll join them as well. Alright, they're already making their way. Very nice. Now what's this over here? We're still not there. That's quite a bit of distance we have to travel right now. Alright, let's just manually extend the front line a bit here. There's also Lucknow. It would be quite nice to have a bit of luck just about now. Right, what's this about air wings with no... Oh, of course. So let's have you assert our air superiority, and now once you... Yeah. It would be very nice if these units stopped redeploying constantly. Or maybe we should just let them do whatever they want to do. Yeah, let's let them get into position. Get a little bit of an of a planning advantage and then strike with full force. Oh, come on. No, excuse me, alright, there we go. That's another 10 divisions assigned to that order. And I suppose... Oh, well, we'll see how they deploy themselves. Although we might just as well... Am I doing an offensive line here? No, it doesn't work that way. As I said, still not 100% certain sometimes on how to use these battle plans. Alright, I think you can never have enough fighters, so let's get some more of those. Rubber will most... yeah, there we have already one problem. So no one has enough rubber anymore. So aircraft... There's quite a bit of rubber down here. It'd be quite nice if we could make our way down there. What was the hotkey? F6, F7, there we go. So there's quite a bit on Ceylon. And there's, I think, yeah, there's immense amounts down here in Singapore. But that's quite a ways away. Mind you, it's not so far away when we would use ships to get there, but I'm a little anxious about the presence of some fraction of the British Royal Navy, if there is such a thing. Well, there most certainly is. So about 200 ships at their disposal. British Raj only has 5, but we have a grand total of 0, so no matter how we twist it, we probably wouldn't be very well off. Alright then, so let's stay at this setup and not have any more rubber consumption, and instead focus a little more on foot soldiers. That way we only need steel and we can easily get more from the Russians. Alright, over here there's quite a lot of movement. To be honest, I would like there to be more fighting, so let's incentivize that. Because otherwise, exactly this is going to happen. What's this? Japan wants... Wait, isn't Japan already in the war? Well, we're fighting different wars here. Apparently... What? So Japan wants our help in their war efforts against the UK, Poland, France, British Raj, New Zealand, South Africa. We're already at war with all of those people. Huh. Well, sure. Whatever you'd say, Hirohito. Alright, so... over here. Let's make a decisive push up here. Also... yeah, let's just set this plan in motion. Do the rest manually. Oh, speaking of manually... did they just evacuate or something? It's like, oh, well, we're taking the city in. No, let's go home now. It's about all we wanted to accomplish anyway. Oh, well, I'm not complaining, but a bit odd still. Alright, once again, military factories have been captured. We still need a hell of a lot of artillery. So that's quite alright. Yeah, let's crush this little bit of opposition. Also looking quite good down here. Barely can see anything with the sandstorm, which I quite like. I like this feature. It's not that it has that big of an impact on the battles, from what I've seen. I mean, it equally affects both sides most of the time, but it's still a nice thing to have, this day and night rhythm. Right, I'd also like there to be a little more progress down here. So why don't we make this our new front line? Oh, well, that's a stepwise plan, isn't it? Also, we don't seem to have everybody on this plan. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna take these units and march straight over there. Be done with it. Now there's battle plans with no unit assigned. That's not a problem, it's just this small bit of border gore over there. And there we are. Muscat's ours again, and apparently we just managed to squeeze an American soldier there. An American? Oh no, that must have been the Australian flag. Don't think... no, the US didn't intervene just yet. What are the Americans doing anyway? Liberty ships. No, that sounds just like they want to do something. What's it say there? Nah, can't read the flavor text as an outsider. No, that's too bad. Alright, more free shipyards. I think, yeah, stockpiling more convoys doesn't really help us in any way. So let's remove this. Oh, yeah, so much for that. We apparently don't even have... we don't have the technology to do any such thing. Alright, you can move over there. You're already being redeployed. You will squish that stack. And then we can finally move our attention over to other parts of Egypt. Alright, this up here. Already moving. You should really be making headway down there. There are faction members justifying war goals against Liberia? Isn't that... yeah. I mean, surely, Adolf, you must have... well, no, actually you don't have more pressing matters. You could go for the UK, for one. Or are you looking on aircraft? 2.5k. Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Now there are ways to win World War II astonishingly quickly as the Germans in this game. I mean, it's... you just need to pump fighters from the beginning so that you have air superiority, and then you can just land a couple of paratroopers on the UK mainland and just smack everyone down. Or just, even better and even more realistically, you can just paradrop near London and then just take this port here, for instance, or that port down there in Dover, and just ship in countless units and be done with it. The British don't have the military in place to defend against that. Right, what did we just... oh, there's some description. Mumbo jumbo. Alright, 41 is another industry tier. Well, I think I'll just hold off. Yeah, I'll hold off with this tech for a minute until we have our doctrine effort, and then we'll just go right into army doctrine, because I'd rather not fall behind on that. Right, now we don't need to put 1,000 troops onto that lone front.